13 years ago, I got on a plane alone and flew to Johannesburg. I hired a car and drove myself to the High Court. I walked down the hall and into a large, intimidating courtroom, accompanied by my slickly suited up lawyer. I sat on a long wooden bench surrounded by strangers and waited my turn. When the judge called my case, I stood up and answered her questions with one-word answers. And then with a bang of her gavel, it was over. I was divorced. I thanked my lawyer on the way out and exited the courthouse. I paused at the imposing entrance and looked up at the sky, and for the first time in years, felt I could breathe. But the moment wasn't celebratory. It wasn't victorious. It wasn't what I had imagined at all. I'd had grand fantasies of how I would celebrate. But as time stood still, it seemed only fitting that I inhaled my freedom and exhaled my past in complete solitude. 7 years of marriage and 14 months of a legal battle. If hell were to exist, I was no longer afraid because I had already been there. So for the woman contemplating divorce, to the ones conjuring up every inch of courage to make the change, and to those in the midst of it, I caution you that should you go the path of war, the unnecessary but inevitable price to be paid will be that of irreversible destruction. I implore you not to go all in guns blazing, no matter how armed you might feel by the protection of your lawyers, who are the only profiteers. So I urge you to wave the flag, not in defeat, but in peace. After over a year of being battered and bombarded, and my reality as I knew it being ravaged, I knew there was no house, no money, no furniture, no car, no settlement that was worth continuing to put myself and my children and my family through more physical, financial, and psychological torment. No matter how badly you've been wounded, the only way out is to walk away with dignity so that you may finally start to heal. And while you stand amongst the wreckage of your life, it might seem impossible, but rebuild you will. And the scars you will bear will forever be a reminder of what a fucking warrior you are to have survived. And maybe one day your story will be the life-saving arm someone else needs to pull them out the trenches.